Okay, so our internet was cut off, so we've got to try doing this again. So let's go to then adding that chair and then sitting down in the chair. Switch to do so, you've got to hover it over. And then bringing that chair up in the air. And it seems that that is the... Yeah, there's the square, there's the central plaza. So let's get that central train station piece put on. So now that we're flying over there, we can now go back down to the ground. The spatial is awkward that way. To find stuff on a big map is really awkward. But if I can take this and bring myself to the center here, then I can be over there and I can set this up by going to plus and upload and select from your device, and let's get the Brussels Central Station, which is Gare Centrale. Let's put that bubble in there and bring it sort of close to the ground. But if I do that and I scale it up, then, and actually I should be actually closer to the ground, shouldn't I? I'm not at the ground yet, so let me bring this down. Oops, not that one. I need to find that sphere, there it is. Bring that sphere to the center, scale it up, but I need to get off the chair actually. Bring the chair to the ground. There we go, now we're on the ground. And the sphere is where? Where did the sphere go? There's the sphere. Bring that to the ground. So like I say, it's a bit awkward in spatial. Alright, and let's see if I jump off the chair. There we go. Bring the chair down. So that sphere, I'm not going to set it as the whole skybox, because if I did, then it would be the whole skybox. I want to use it just over myself. It's just a bit awkward because it's never centered, right? So you've got to, you'd have to bring it like that. And then that becomes your background there. Okay. So our character's walking around that skybox. As you can see, and he's in the central square part. And the idea here is that if I were to now go up into the chair, there we go, and come up out of the skybox, then as I look down over Brussels, there's that, whoops, there's that skybox. And you can work with it then and bring that skybox, oops, I made it way too big. And sometimes it just really messes up like that. Like that's the chair. I don't know how high I'm getting out here. And then sort of like looking at the landscape. Again, pretty awkward to do, but almost like the only way to do it. Have it emerge from the landscape like that. Then when we go over to the square, we can fly to that part of Belgium. So we're sort of over there. And maybe then here's where maybe we should do everything from a bird's eye view, because there's the central square looking like that, and then there's this. So if I come over here and now I add another skybox, and that would be the Brussels Christmas skybox. Let that come in. There's that. And then scale it up to cover the landscape. Of course, it's way too high, so you'd bring it down. And it's really tiny when you look at it like that. Bring it to the ground, keep moving it over. It's really awkward to try to work from this perspective, of course. I mean, that's what you know, if you come and fly right over there, then you can try and get this thing here and then bring this down to 0. Oh, that's this chair. We didn't want the chair to go down to 0. Oops, there we go again. But where is our skybox? Where'd our skybox go? There's that skybox. Did we lose our skybox? Maybe way up in the air for all we know. So again, pretty awkward. It doesn't really have a bank that I know where you can find it. So I may have to then I have to re-add it. So add it. There's one there. And then clicking on that, bring it down to 0. Oh no, that's underground when it's 0. So let's see if I can bring it up. There it is. Okay. Bring it over to the center. Maybe bring it back down to the ground. So that's at 0. Not so easy. And then scale that up. But since it's supposed to encompass the length and breadth of the square, there it emerges there. If we move it in Z, and we move it in X, and then we move it back in Z again, move it down in Y, so it's right on the floor of the hemisphere. But then because when I scale it, it's going to get it messed up. But there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Oops, I messed that up. Bring this down. Right? And hard to get things. Oops. So you have a lot of playing that you have to do with these things in order to make it work. And if you click off of it there, then yeah, now we have, let's move our character away. Okay, and then let's move this, rotate it, of course, because it's actually this part is on this side. There we go. And scale it up just a bit. Alright, so we've got that dome, that dome. Oops, I keep grabbing it by mistake. So I'm going to have to lock it at some point. So there we go, down to ground level, and then say done. When you click on it, you can lock it. That way it's not going to accidentally move. Same thing with this one here. We're going to lock it. And now we can move our chair and fly over the landscape to that one other place where we had taken a picture, which is not here, but where? Let's see. Take me around. And where is that square? Where the statue is. That's that. Oh, that didn't work out either. Look at that. That needs to be shifted. I need to unlock that. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. See, it's a big mess sometimes. No, I can't, Nye.
Well, where's your phone?
Where's my phone? I don't know where my phone is, honey.
Mine took it.
She took it? She may have taken it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me lock that up again.
No.
Alright. So to find the statue. Could be that one. Yeah, I think that is it. I think that's... Let me just make sure. Let me verify this using a... Well, I'll first put it in, then I'll verify using a Google Maps. So we have here the Brussels Königplatz sphere. There we go. Alright, so again, that needs to be brought radically down. Keep moving it down, over and down, and over and down, and then scale it. When I scale it, of course, it gets way out of whack. And you might have to just keep working with it in the X and Z sliders.
Daddy,
Yes, no.
where's your phone?
There we go. Oops. By keeping Y fixed, because it's really kludgy otherwise. And then when you scale it, as you can see, it gets messed up. I guess because the center point is not fixed. Alright. It's just that to make it bigger, you end up losing it in the scale because of the center point. So you have to keep shifting it. So yeah, so now if we... Oh, I just fell. Okay. So here's what it ends up looking like. You're in Brussels and you're moving about. You're like, okay, that's great. I'm in Königplatz.